Hey all, I have been avoiding editing this video for weeks now. This was my worst week of 2020. A lot of really traumatic stuff happened all at the same time. Fair warning, so if you're not in the brain space to do that right now, just skip it.
It was 100 degrees 2 days in a row, and then a teenage boy threatened me with violence in the middle of the street. And then I woke up on Mars, and it was so dark outside that everyone thought it was the middle of the night. And then there has been the worst air quality for the longest period of time, maybe ever, that I remember or don't remember, but other people remember.
Good morning, feed yourself. I can't get the camera to white balance correctly to show you the actual color. I will take a bunch of pictures with, wow. I will try to color grade this to be what it actually looks like, but it's 9:30 in the morning. It looks like the gates of hell have opened. It is 11 a.m. It's 11 a.m. Hi. I just thought, I would share the sky with everyone. I am sitting on the floor here in the kitchen drinking my blended iced coffee with powdered goat's milk and condensed milk. Just kind of sitting with it. Sitting with that sky. Didn't quite get all the coffee grounds out, and now there are coffee grounds in my coffee. These things happen. When I woke up this morning, I was really confused because it's so dark, right? Like right now, what is it? Like almost noon. It's almost noon. And yeah, it felt like really just confusing. I thought it was like the middle of the night and I had to check the time several times. But then I checked the AQI, purpleair.com. If you don't know it, you should try it. I think I go on the Purple Air website like 50 times a day. So yeah, I go on the Purple Air and it's like 115, which is bad. Like that's not good air quality by any means. But it's not like apocalyptic sky bad. So I just figured like, oh, the smoke is bad. It's just a bad above us. So yeah, I think the smoke got up high, probably from pyrocumulus clouds, and is now sitting maybe on top of the fog or something. And it is a whole situation. Yeah, feeling, I guess, numb. I am feeling really numb. it is beautiful. The camera whitens it out a little bit, but it's a very richly colored orange. Coffee. Powdered milk and coffee is my favorite thing. Makes it so frothy. So yeah. That is the noonday sky. Let's see. My mom was worried I couldn't see any of the bright sides to apocalypse sky. Let's do some bright sides. It's very important to always be optimistic. This is sarcasm in case any of my peoples are autistic. I should tell you that I was using sarcasm. It's beautiful. Biggest upside, without my even asking, I was given climate something, I don't know, like climate change catastrophe fallout recovery leave. I think it was more like, we know y'all aren't going to be able to focus with the literal apocalypse hanging over your head. So maybe you should just like chill the fuck out and go live stream on Instagram all of your most internal thoughts. You know. So I'm sitting here in my bikini top and my sweatpants, my favorite sweaties, with time off from work to just stare at the sky. Yesterday was real shit. Yeah, yesterday, a teenage boy threatened me with physical violence multiple times in the middle of the street over litter in a park that other people left. And today, I live on Mars. I don't even think I have emotions anymore. Do I have emotions? Nope. I just have clean all the things. Be numb. Stare out the window at the now mango colored sky. Mango. I guess this morning it was blood orange. Wonder if I can mix those colors in acrylic. I was reading this morning an article on Wired that talks about the different ways that the air quality now, like the government sensors measure AQI versus how the purple air ones do it. And the purple air ones do it with a laser, and they can get, they can take like thousands and thousands of readings, and the government ones do it with a filter, and they can take a reading basically once an hour.
Yeah, it's weird. I read this article where the Bay Area Air Quality District thing was like, they're like, yeah, it's just moderate all day. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
But apparently they're more accurate, but the reason that purple air is so useful, even to government agencies that use it, is that there's so many sensors that you can average them together and be like, well, it's somewhere in here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 269, 258, 280.
So, but these are too high?
No, they're not too high.
Oh.
No, they're just, they use different
So the
techniques.
Bay Area air quality thing, are they just lying to people to
No.
so there's not a panic or something? I don't know.
Someone back with these pooches right here.
That's what I was painting before the sun didn't come up for a whole day. And that's what I'm painting after the sun didn't come up for a whole day. Steven is showing me how many solars did we get today, sir?
Today?
2%.
3%.
3%! That's so many percent. And yesterday
All
we
of
got...
yesterday, 0.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. 0%. Yesterday just did not happen.
The day before that was 60%.
Ooh, 60%.
And before that was 52%. We're getting like 50s.
We're getting
and
like
60s,
worse than the middle of the winter solar is what's happening.
50s and 60s, and then yesterday it was 0%. We got no solar yesterday.
And today is the worst air quality day since the fire started, like since for a long time.
I believe so.
And my mama is freaking out and asking us to evacuate, and I am saying no because it is expensive and has a lot of other burdens, including not having my house, which helps with my disabilities.
So like right now we're only using 600 watts, and we're only getting 400 watts from solar. Usually we get about 2,000 more than that. So we're actually still drawing 200 watts from the grid, whereas usually that would just all be banked.
Yeah. So I spent all day yesterday just cleaning ash out of the door frames and the window seals and just cleaning the house in general, because from the heat wave we got like totally behind on chores because during the heat wave we were just like no function. So trying to recover from the heat wave, and then yeah. It's a mess around here. Oof, the whole western coast is just... Oof. It's difficult. I'm not what I would call thriving. Coping. Yeah. Coping is happening. This is just a bad week, I think. Bad week. Let's see if I can get the timeline right. It all started on Monday. Go to work, do a good job, help out. After work, take your dog on a walk and get threatened with physical violence by a stranger in the street. Okay?
have other strangers who are neighbors of that first stranger come out and not support you, blame you for this other person's behavior, and then go home afraid that this 17-year-old man-child will find out where you live and have a lot of fear and anxiety about it, write up a statement, call the police, and have the police do nothing about it, feel conflicted about calling the police, since having an armed response to a threat from a teenager seems entirely inappropriate, but having zero consequences to slurs and threats of violence and stalking seems also not proportional. Go to sleep, wake up on Mars. The sky is blood orange, dark in a way that I cannot describe to you. Middle of the night at noon dark, and a color like a volcano was going off next door. But the air was clean. Well, it was cleaner. And then the sky lightened to mango yellow, and the air got thicker with smoke. Smoke falling down from above the fog layer and ashfall on everything around. I think that was Tuesday. And then the sky lightens to khaki, maybe, and the air gets worse. And then the sky lightens to yellow-gray, and the air gets worse. And now the air is hovering around 300 AQI, and we seal the house with plastic over the vents in the garage, over the door. At some point in there, I don't remember when, we may or may not be getting a evacuee. So I cleaned and prepped, and that was great because the house had been a disaster because the days before had all been over 100 degrees. Heat, violence, Mars, air quality. But she found a place close to home, which is great. Easy, close to home, have your community with you. Excellent. And the air got worse. And I just lost track. I lost track of the time of day and the day of the week, and I lost hold on things. I lost hold on things.